Yesterday, we witnessed one of the biggest upsets so far in this year's World Championships, with Josh Kerr from Great Britain overtaking Jakob Ingebrigtsen to win the men's 1500 finals. With an amazing final 400 and a devastating kick down the home stretch, Kerr took down the prohibitive favorite Ingebrigtsen with one of the biggest upsets in 1500 history. But what exactly happened in this 1500 final? Well, to start, Kerr ran his final 400 meters in 52.77 seconds, which is a truly amazing final lap, and it not only showcases incredible speed, but it showcases Kerr's abilities to perform when it matters the most. Now again, Ingebrigtsen was considered by many as nearly unbeatable, as he came into this race with an undefeated record in the 1500 this season. But Ingebrigtsen also mentioned after the race that he wasn't quite feeling 100%. He said he had a sore throat coming into this final, and he wasn't quite feeling himself during the race. Now, this may or may not have influenced his abilities to perform, and if so, it perhaps kept him from running as fast as he could have. But either way, Kerr's gold medal here is actually something that is quite amazing, because this is the second year in a row that an athlete from Great Britain overtook Ingebrigtsen to fulfill one of the biggest upsets in the World Championships. Now, in last year's World Championships, we saw Jake Whiteman run a time of 3 minutes 29.23 seconds to overtake Jakob Ingebrigtsen once again, who finished very close in second at 3:29.47. These two British athletes ran very similar times and actually ran very similar races as well to overtake Ingebrigtsen for 2 straight years. However, I think that Kerr's win here is slightly more of an upset because throughout this season, Jakob has been so great and so untouchable, breaking the world record in the 2 miles, running a 3:27.14 in the 1500. It really did seem as though he was going to do something amazing, and there were also many people calling that he was going to break the championship record of Hicham El Guerrouj, which stood at 3:27.65 coming into this race. But despite his great season, and despite the fact that he was controlling the race for much of this competition, Josh Kerr did something truly incredible, and he took advantage of a big moment when it was presented to him. Now, after the race, Kerr was pretty open about what he's been doing for the past year or so. They asked him about his training, his running, and everything else. He said that he's been focusing on getting better sleep. He said that he's been focusing, obviously, on better running. But one thing that really struck me was that he said that he hired a nutritionist in order to get on top of his food intake and really try to get into the best fitness that he could reach during this year's World Championships. Now, one thing that really stuck out was the fact that he said that it was very difficult to cut out Chipotle from his diet, which of course is the delicious burrito shop that I'm sure you know as well. I feel like this is a very interesting take because most people would view Chipotle as not a bad nutrition option, but it's not just about getting in good food, it's about getting the right amount of food. And for Josh Kerr, I have to say, he looked more fit, physically speaking, than I have ever seen before. He looks like he's lost about 5 to 10 pounds, he looks lean, he looks toned, and I think that his win here came from a combination of everything combining all together. He put in great effort off the track, he clearly put in a good race during this meet, and this was honestly the shocker for me of the World Championships so far. And I would love to hear your take on this race as well. Do you think this also was the biggest upset so far? What do you think about Josh Kerr's victory? And what do you think Jakob Ingebrigtsen will do in response to not winning for 2 straight years in the 1500? Thanks for watching, everyone. And as always, until next time.